Hello YouTube world, Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. I'm going to do a quick review on my Leatherman Wave multi-tool. I've got it opened out. I'm sitting out here in New Mexico today, bored out of my skull. They don't have any freight, which is becoming more and more routine, it seems like. But anywho, I use this tool every day. Whether I'm on the road, whether I'm at home, whether I'm in my automobile at home, in my big truck, I'm always using this tool. I mean, usually it's the screwdriver, or it's the plier, the scissors, or it's the plier function. But I use the file here, the straight blade, and the serrated blade. Well, the serrated blade quite a bit. This is the saw blade. And it's just a handy little tool to have. I'm using my cell phone camera, and it will not focus in on the writing on it. It just blurs it. You can't really tell what it says. Well, you can there, but it doesn't show up sharply focus in on it. So, but anyway, I wanted to do a quick review on it because I really love it. I mean, it has been one hell of a good little tool. Philosophy of use, as Nothing Fancy likes to say. What are the philosophy of use? You name it. I mean, from cutting into packaging, opening up packaging on some of the stuff you may buy, your food, stripping wires, putting connectors on wires, filing metal, filing wood, your fingernails, cutting stuff with the little scissors, a can opener. I mean, you name it. It is made out of some type of stainless steel. I don't have the book here in the truck with me to give y'all the exact details. All the little tools lock when they open all the way out. And there's a little locking mechanism on the back side here. When you lock, you got the tool open, you want to close it, you push that in and push the tool in and it'll lock. Each of the blades have a little locking mechanism right here. I'll pick it up and get a better shot of it. Right, or you just use your thumb now and lock it to close it. So every single one of them will lock and it won't fold back on your hands and hurt you. But it's an outstanding little tool. The screwdriver bits, and I'm trying to do all this one-handed. I don't have a camera stand and all that. I could do at home, and it's about impossible. But like the little bit, it comes out. And you got a flat head on one side, and then flip it over and you've got a Phillips head. Both the medium-sized screwdriver set here, as well as the tiny one here that's about the size of like a jeweler or a watchsmith or somebody would use to work on a watch. But you pull them out and you turn them around. You got a flat head, you got a Phillips head. Then you got a huge flat head here. Anyway, let's give it a rundown on all the tools that's on the Leatherman. You have a needle nose set of pliers here. They have a wire cutter jaw in the middle. The medium screwdriver Phillips head flathead bit right here. Large flathead here. Small jeweler screwdriver here. Small, very sharp set of scissors right here. You have a serrated edge blade here. Have a standard knife blade is down here on this side. Let me flip it over, you can see it better here. It's very sharp. Have a fine and a coarse bladed file. You have the very aggressive saw. This little saw here is awesome for cutting away twigs and small branches if you're going camping or whatever, and for doing other types of work. Of course, like I said already, you have a can opener. Sorry about that. Got a can opener. Very nifty, well-built tool. Craftsmanship, workmanship on this is absolutely excellent. As I've already stated, all the tools lock in place upon deployment. Accessories. This one here came with a leather sheath. The original one that I lost using it, fixing an airline that blew off my air compressor. And in case you don't realize it, a lot of the functions of a large heavy-duty truck like this Mac that I'm driving use air pressure. Okay, from your brakes, your parking brake, all the valves and all the that operate your defroster, heater, and all that. They're air operated and so forth. So there's a lot of air. You got to have the air compressor, and the little airline that popped off was the one that goes up to the governor. And without the governor can't sense when to shut the air compressor off and redivert the air that it's pumping into the intake of the engine. What it'll do, it'll start popping the valve off because it's over pressurizing the system. But it could also work the other way, and you could dump all your air overboard, and then you not have brakes, or it'll lock down your parking brakes, which is not conducive to good tire wear. I can assure you, it'll destroy a set of tires in just a second. Okay, some of the uses I have used, I've already described it. Here's a list. I have changed batteries in my grandson his toys, his little trucks, and his Thomas the Train set. I've cut straps and cardboard corner protectors. What did I do with that cardboard corner protector? I was going to show you guys that. Oh, I don't want to show you my disaster of a truck right now, but that's the type of cardboard I'm talking about. This is real thick, heavy duty, resists being wet. It's multiple layers, and I use these to protect my straps from the load, to keep it from cutting the straps. I cut through plastic airlines, paper, tape, rubber, paper board with the scissors. Also cut the Nicoderm CQ patches I use when I'm trying to quit smoking, which I have failed here lately, and I got back to smoking after the situation in Connecticut, but we fully intend on jumping back on that bandwagon. I have tightened hose clamps, filed wood, metal, and even fingernails with the file. I used it to tap everything from stubborn locks to screws in to get them started into wood, using it as a hammer because it's very, it's heavy duty, and it weighs quite a bit. I'm not sure on the exact weight, and I don't care. I have used it to cut and strip using the serrated blade. I've used it to cut and strip wire, automotive wire, 16 and 14 gauge automotive wire. I've used the jaws here to clamp the connectors down for the wire. I've used it to cut neoprene, what most people consider rubber, neoprene hoses and tubing. I've used the straight and standard blades to scrape old hardened gasket material from parts, such as when my turbo went out and the master cylinder on my old lady's car. Very, very useful. Sometimes I accidentally buy 100 cigarettes and the filter's real long. I'll take the scissors and cut the excess filter right off. There's 1,001 uses. You can open the cans and stuff with the can opener. I've done that camping and that stuff. Just really good. Let me show you. I was messing around a while ago with the straight blade, and I don't know what I did, but let me see where it went. I sliced my brand freaking new jeans wide open. So when I get home, I got to get Camo to patch it, or get me the patch, and I'll patch it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the Leatherman Wave an 11. Well built, durable. None of the attachments, none of the tools have gotten loose. It's just an awesome little tool. I love it. And the leather sheath I got with it, I love it. The nylon sheath I had with the original one, it was just as good, a little bit lighter weight. Paid about $120, I think, for this one at a knife shop. I have seen it for around $75 to $85 for this exact same tool at Walmart. So you can get it cheaper. My first one I bought for $75 at Lowe's. So somewhere in the $75 range is about what you can expect if you go to a big box chain, Excellent tool. I highly recommend it. This is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Join the NRA, give to the NRA, ILA. Call your congressmen and your representatives. Let's do something about protecting our Second Amendment. Thank you for watching. Let me move this out of the way. Leatherman Wave. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day.